Welcome back to Tales of Truth podcast. I'm Dr. Angie, and this is my veterinary nurse, JoJo. And on Tales of Truth, we tell the truth about veterinary medicine. And
I'm
in this
laughing
episode,
because as you said, Tales of Truth, a tail like went across the screen. So if you're listening, you didn't see that, but it was funny. It was like perfect comedic
that
timing.
was courtesy of my cat, Fritz. That was his tale of truth. And in this episode, we are going to be talking about dog breeds. So nothing too medical, except for our thoughts about these dog breeds, what it means to live with them, what it's like to be their veterinarian, et cetera, et cetera. And I have to just point out this divine compatibility that JoJo and I have. So JoJo and I used to go see house calls together. And there's one type of dog that I've always been scared of. That's a
the
Chihuahua.
Big, bad, mean Chihuahua.
The big, bad, mean Chihuahua. And they are scarier at home compared to a clinic because they feel more emboldened to be aggressive. So every time we were going to a house call that was a Chihuahua, she's like, "It's okay, Angie, I've got this." And I'm like, "Okay, I can do this."
I feel like there was only one Chihuahua that I felt a little bit scared of.
Remember that house right off of 36? It was an apartment, and she had two Chihuahuas, and we would walk in and they would charge my ankles. And you were so fine. And I was like, how is this?
I don't remember it probably because I wasn't traumatized.
You weren't traumatized.
No.
Yeah, you would just get blood from them, no problem. In the meantime, I'm like shaking in my boots.
Yeah.
But reversely,
Oh.
I love German Shepherds.
I don't like German Shepherds. They scare me.
Yeah, I feel so safe around them because I feel like I can speak their language and I know what they're thinking.
I feel like,
I don't even know.
I feel like that's exactly why I feel scared because I have no idea what they're thinking.
Yeah.
I feel like they turn quickly.
Okay. I guess out of all the dog breeds, I felt like they give me the most communication. And so I'm like, okay, I trust you to communicate with me about my safety.
No, not my experience.
No. But you've also been bitten by a German Shepherd, right?
I had a German Shepherd as a kid.
Oh.
My first, this is going to sound so bad because I don't have family trauma. My first stepdad had a German Shepherd. And I loved that dog. And one night it just like came in my room and went after me. Yeah.
Okay, that's really traumatizing.
I totally trusted that dog. And I was asleep. But now, being the person that I am now, I'm like, did it see something in my window? Was it not about me at all?
Right.
It's probably the more likely story.
You have more context.
Yes, but I never saw that dog again.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the only dogs I've ever been attacked by was German Shepherd and a Rottie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that Rottie was in a lot of pain. So I don't think I've held that against other Rottweilers.
Okay, because there was context.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Well, tell me about
love
the
Chihuahuas. And I know a lot of people don't. And that's fair. I mean, what I love about them is that they're feisty. They're just kind of like how I want to go out in life. Just know they're just like, I don't like you.
No.
Get away.
Yeah.
And appreciate that. From a small-bodied dog. If that was like a 140-pound dog, I'd probably have a different feeling about their opinion.
So you give them more grace.
Totally,
Because they're
small.
They're smaller. I think I feel scared of them too because usually by the time I'm seeing them, usually their mouths are, full of dental disease. And I'm like, I don't want that bacteria in my bloodstream. And
I worry about that with cat. Every cat bite.
Yeah.
Infected.
Cat bites can be pretty terrible. So tell me what breeds you love to live with. Let's talk about the breeds we've lived with and loved living with.
Who you just recently though had a bite. That's like your first time in the history of practicing. Is that fair?
Yes, that is fair.
So what kind of dog was that?
It was a Doberman. And this broke my heart. One, because in my 17 years of practicing medicine, I've never been bitten by a patient. And that somehow made me feel like I could read the room better than anybody, which I know is not true and is super egoic. But anyways, yeah, I had no warning and I went to touch this dog's hips and she came after me. It was pretty terrifying, actually. And so my nurse was a large man, thank goodness. And
That is so rare.
that is so rare. And he reached down. So she turned around to bite me. I was in the on the floor. She turned around to bite me and I put I mean, you can actually still see the scar. Look at it. She got me here. And as I put my head up, and then so I curled down into the corner of the exam room next to the door. And she then kept trying. He bit up my back and tried to come after my neck. And he reached down. I think he took her either by the scruff or maybe she had a vest on and pulled her off of me. Thank goodness, because otherwise my face would have been like really disfigured.
So will you be afraid of them going?
I don't want to be. I don't want to be. And I haven't seen one since. I don't actually see a lot of them around here. But they've always been such a favorite. And I said to my nurse before I walked into that appointment, I love Dobies so much. They're so amazing.
Yeah, it's true. We don't see many of them.
No.
It's noisy here. I keep looking. My dogs are never down here for conversation.
I love the noise they're making. Did you hear my cat in the litter box earlier?
No, but I was like, we could do some ASMR on the mic here with my Unscripted.
Okay, so I had my bite from the Doberman, and I'm slowly getting over it. But for a long time, I was scared of dogs in practice, and it definitely changed the way I approach dogs, probably permanently, which is probably good because we're all susceptible to being bitten, and dogs are, unpredictable, just like we are.
Yeah. I always wondered the times that I have been bit, I'm like, what sign did I miss? Like, what was the little shift that I missed?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't think any dog really wants to bite.
No, not most of the time.
I take that back. I'm like thinking of Chihuahuas, they do.
That's why they're so scary.
Yeah, they do. They're just terrified.
Although
they're scared.
For all the Chihuahua lovers out there, the thing is, your Chihuahua is so nice to you. And there are a number of Chihuahuas that are nice to everyone. But it's just the exception, not the rule.
Oh, well, my dog's a biter. Like both of my dogs.
Talk about your dog. What kind of dogs do you live with?
I'm assuming he's either, I don't know, I think he's a Husky Malamute mix. That's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, that seems right.
But he came to me he was chained up in Arizona, which has to be a miserable experience for a husky with the amount of hair that he has. And he kept going to the pound. And so I think he does have something with men in hats that pull up in big trucks and move past him really quickly. So he's like, he's bit the UPS guy. And I blame the UPS guy for that one because he was sitting, Bodie was sitting in our yard. And he pulled up in his truck and ran right in the path of Bodie.
Oh, instead of going around him.
Yeah, like didn't walk. And he was running with a package, had his big truck,
Yeah. He'll never do that again.
No. and I'm not, Bodie is at fault. But we've pinned it down to, okay, it's something with a big truck and a man in a hat. That's his trigger.
Okay.
Like he's so nice at the
vet clinic. What do you think? He is?
Yeah, at the groomer, all of it. He's fine.
What do you think about living with a northern breed? Does he act like all the northern breeds, like that prototypical, stereotypical, talking back, getting into trouble, personality larger than life?
He's not quite as talkative as some other northern breeds that we've met. Man, I love when he talks. And the older he gets, he's getting so much more vocal, demanding. And there's something about, because didn't I say this with the Chihuahua? I love when you can tell me what you want, whether I want to do it or not.
Yeah.
But like he'll pull the blankets off of us if he wants to go outside. He just like rips them off. And I'm all for it.
You love it.
Yeah.
You love it. Well, my last dog was a pug. And I absolutely loved sharing my life with a pug because they're little cartoon characters that just wreak havoc, and they have no shame. And they really don't care about what you think of them, nor do they care to please you. They are mostly out to please themselves.
It's
And I
like a
think there's
cat and a
something,
dog body.
I think, yeah, there's something to be learned from that. Like, people will say pugs aren't trainable, but he was trainable. But I feel like there are some breeds, and a dog trainer is probably going to correct me, and I'm open to that correction. I feel like there are a lot of dog breeds that are like really into pleasing their people, and maybe
Mhm.
pleasing is inaccurate and it's more about interacting. But I feel like pugs embody none of that.
Mm.
There's no embodiment of pleasing. It's just like whatever they want to do. He would know something was against the rules and he's like, I don't really care. I'm just going
But
to do
see, don't
whatever
you
I
think
want.
that's like age too? Like with age, all these animals seem to just be like, yeah, I know I used to do that. I'm not doing that anymore. Like I feel like they just straight up no, don't quit. They just quit.
They just quit.
Yeah, like I'm not eating that. I'm not going outside when you say.
Yeah, that is probably pretty typical of senior dogs.
And old
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, like just get irreverent.
Yeah. So all
Yeah,
that
so
training,
there's
I mean, I'm not saying that's for everyone, but when I think of a pug,
Mhm.
I just feel like they don't have personality, but I've never lived with one.
What? Oh, they have so much personality. They are hilarious at all times.
And it's so funny because when I first met your pug, I'm like, oh, I don't like pugs. Like I don't see the cuteness in it. But he really grew on me. And I can't understand
Yes.
why I don't think they're cute because I love flat-faced kitties.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Well, not all pugs are of equal cuteness. And there is some part of loving a pug. It's like you just have this dog with a face that only a mother can love.
Maybe
Like
that's
they're
what it was.
so ugly, they're cute. But I think when they're young, they're cute. But some of the older pugs, they do get ugly, but like in this really kind of endearing way.
That's how I feel about boxers. Boxers don't age well.
Yes, they don't.
Yeah. If there was
But could
plastic
you
surgery
think,
for like if there were plastic surgeons for dogs, like the boxers would keep them in business. Like they start out so young and cute and fresh, and they just they grow all the things and sag in all the places. I
yeah,
don't know. There's just something about the way boxers age.
they gray out kind of rough. But have you met a better dog than a boxer?
No,
Like,
I love boxers.
they have the best personalities. They're a little too athletic for me to live with. But I've never met a boxer that I did not like.
Hmm.
Like they're just
Yeah, I haven't
happy to
either.
be alive, right?
No.
No, they're easygoing. They're going to break your heart when they leave. I
Mhm.
mean, we are all heartbroken, but I feel like there's something different about boxers.
Yeah, I love boxers.
Yeah, they're pretty great. And then speaking of some of the best dogs of all times is a golden retriever.
Totally.
I
Just how do
see
you
them on the
top
street.
a golden retriever?
You can't. I always tell my kids that's an all-American good boy or good girl. Like you're just like, this is the epitome of some of the best dogs ever.
But talk about a heartbreaker.
Guaranteed to break your heart
Yeah.
when they die of cancer or die of multiple types of cancer at the same time.
I know. Like, why is that happening? I mean,
We've traced it back to one dog, which gives us hope that we can breed it out. But in the meantime, it's ridiculous.
you just have to know going in.
You know going in.
Yeah, but it's so worth it.
I think it's worth it. Now, I would never live with a golden retriever because I couldn't deal with that much energy and I couldn't deal with that much hair. But the dog that I'm lusting over right now is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. I put 3 of them on my vision board for 2025.
Oh gosh, be careful. Oh, that could happen. You don't see those in practice very often.
You don't. You just don't see them very often at all. But they are such lovely family dogs. And for me as a single mother with 2 children, I think that they might be the perfect dog for me. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is that I will have to get them professionally groomed regularly.
Yeah, see, with Bodhi, we have to do that too, and it's a thing. It's an expense too.
Yeah, it's expensive. Sometimes it's hard to find a good groomer. You're making time for this extra appointment. But I think the benefits of these dogs are so great. I mean, have you ever met one you didn't like and wasn't
As soon
just
as
the
you said it, I'm like,
sweetest?
oh yeah, get one of those.
Right?
Yeah.
They're not going to bite my kids. They're not going to bite my kids' friends.
Fair.
They're going to just love me unconditionally. They will sleep right next to me. They just want to be with you.
Oh, but you shouldn't let your dogs in your bed.
Oh my gosh.
I will
would
never,
follow
ever,
that.
ever follow that rule. And
No.
I love having my dogs in bed with me. It's one of my favorite things of the whole day.
Absolutely.
I just look forward to it.
There is another dog breed that I almost wanted to get. There was a time when I first became single, right after I got divorced, where it was different living alone with two small children. And I was telling Marissa Martino, our friend and dog trainer extraordinaire, I was like, Marissa, I think I would just feel better if I got an Akita.
Oh.
And I was like, I would feel protected. And she was like, Angie, no, and no.
You had
and
the
not
yard for it.
For an Akita. Oh, and I love them. They're like teddy bears. I know some people don't like them as patients because they think they're standoffish, but I just think they're great.
Oh, I love every
them.
Akita we've seen.
They're so fluffy. They're like a life-size stuffed animal. But they are protection dogs. And she's like, this dog's going to be unhappy when your kids have friends over. Don't do it. She's like, don't do that. And so I quickly put that to rest. But I think it's also, we get a little bit in trouble when we get dogs for certain functions. Because I would probably get an Akita that was like, a golden retriever. And I'm like, here, I'm getting this dog for protection. But getting dogs for protection is kind of a bad idea in the same sense of like getting guns for protection.
Sure.
Like you have to know what you're doing, know how to use your gun, and you have to train the dog, know how to use the dog. And as a single working mom, she's like, that's the worst idea I've ever heard.
I'm so glad that she was able to give you that feedback. Right? Yeah. You're in pug land. Like that's your speed, right? I don't know.
Pugs and cavies.
Yeah, cavies. Yeah, there aren't many. I think I told you the story on this podcast recently of the first time I saw a corgi. I thought, this is some weird mixed breed somebody got from the shelter. The first time I ever saw one, I was like, what? Where'd you get this dog? I paid a lot of money for this dog. But now I just think they're so freaking adorable.
They're so adorable. Their swagger with that butt.
The rump.
I know.
So cute. I don't know how I ever
Could you live with one? Could you live with a corgi?
Probably.
I'm not bossy enough.
Yeah.
That dog would run my life. I could not coexist with a corgi.
You just heard me. I'm
up.
okay with like my dog pulling the blanket off and being like, it's time to go. So
Yeah.
I think maybe I like being bossed around. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit submissive. I'm not sure.
What other breed would you live with?
Well, I am a sucker for a pitty for sure. I love pit bulls.
They're pretty great.
And all the bully breeds. I can't really think of a bully breed that I don't like.
No.
Yeah, they're pretty fantastic. I had a pitty who she had such a busy tail, a happy tail, that when I came home from work one day, it looked like a murder scene. She had wagged her tail so much, like had ripped it open and then just kept wagging it. So it was like blood splattered everywhere. Yeah. So, I mean, it happens so often that we ended up having to amputate her tail. And I felt sad because they took away her happy tail, but she still had the happy rump.
Yes.
But yeah, I would take a pitty any day. They're so sweet. I don't know. I could not do a Great Dane, only from the financial aspect.
Right.
Every time I have to fill medications for our Great Dane patients, I'm just like, oh my God, they are an expense.
Oh, yeah. A lot of the Great Danes weigh more than us.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very expensive.
Well, we had a 140-pound dog yesterday, and I'm just like, 140 pounds of dog is so much dog.
To feed?
To medicate, to treat. Yeah. And the bigger they are, the shorter their life.
Right.
So I always think about that with Great Danes. I mean, I feel like 8 years is a good life. That's too short.
Long. That is too short.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I would be. Well, first of all, my house is too small. Like, I couldn't get a big dog to turn the corners in my house. Everything in my house is just like
That would be funny.
the transitions are pretty rough here. So sometimes I feel like I live in a doll house, and so that's why I have to have a little doll dog.
You do it kind of is like a dollhouse.
It is, right? Like,
Yeah.
the transitions are tight. Like, do you think a Great Dane could even turn the corner to get up my
It would
stairs?
be so clumsy.
Yeah, it would be so clumsy. I like them, but
Yeah,
and sometimes they scare
like
me.
them. Oh, they do scare you sometimes.
They do, because I feel like they can be, they're a little scared. They're a little skittish.
They
I
are.
worry. They're just so big.
Yeah. What do you think of Doodles?
Okay. My opinion of Doodles is changing over the years. Okay, so I used to be super into Doodles, and of course, if I see a doodle on my schedule, I'm still really excited about it. But I don't think in general, this is just my opinion, I don't see that we've made any breed better by mixing it with poodle. That is a hot take that a lot of people aren't going to appreciate. And I love everyone's Doodles so much, but I don't think we had the intended outcome that we were looking for. And if someone handed me a golden doodle puppy, I would take it in a heartbeat and live with it and love it. So it's not.
Well, there's so many doodle variations now.
Yes. Some of them should not be family dogs.
Which one?
I think when people are mixing like the very intense breeds and then mixing them with a doodle, like the sheepadoodle.
Sheepadoodles. Yeah.
I don't think, I mean, are they the cutest things ever? Yes, they are.
Cutest. Yeah.
I just don't think so. I think when we make something a doodle, it exudes like I'm a family dog and I'm great for this lifestyle, and I don't think that's true. And so I think the PR on them went a little wrong. Or the Aussie Doodles, those are very high strung dogs.
Any kind of herding breed
Mm-hmm.
takes a really special kind of family.
It really does. And it's not the new to dog.
To see, like on socials, right? Those are the best dogs to watch.
Yes.
But in practicality, how many have we seen living in a little studio apartment or a 1-bedroom apartment where they're just going, like it's not their fault that they feel lazy?
And they're with people that aren't living an active lifestyle. So it's like you could live in a studio apartment, and if you were like hiking and doing things every day, then that would be fine. But man, I think Doodles have just maybe have gone a little bit too far. And actually the AVMA put out a study that showed that mixed breeds, so this is, panning out further from the Doodle, is that mixed breeds are not necessarily healthier. And I thought that was a really interesting finding. I didn't look at their study design, so I can't speak to the accuracy of the study. But if the AVMA put it out, I probably trust it on some level. But I thought that was interesting. Like, people think, oh, I'm getting a mixed breed and they're going to be healthier. And that's not necessarily the case.
I mean, I've always believed that mixed breeds have more longevity, less of the, I mean, and maybe if there's enough mix in there, because I'm a sucker for hound dogs, even the Bassets.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something just so dopey and sad about a lot of hound dogs that I love. Dalmatians are another one that I've always liked but could not live with.
They don't want to live with you either, Like, I just don't. Dalmatians are not family dogs. It's a breed I really love and respect, but shows come out and popularize
really happens
these breeds, and then what happened with the JRT, the Jack Russell Terrier,
so cute,
with Fraser, and then everyone started getting. That's why. Remember? Okay, what was the Jack Russell Terrier on Fraser?
Oh, I don't know the name of it.
Yeah, but then everyone started getting them, and they're not family dogs
or therapy dogs.
They're not therapy dogs. They are cool dogs. I really like them, but they're not for most people. And so the Dalmatians they're really beautiful, but they are not family dogs either.
And they
have a job.
Are so hard to potty train.
Oh, are they really? Okay.
I've heard, and I don't know if it's true, that they're actually just not very smart dogs.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know
Oh,
if
I thought
that's
they
true
were
or
really
not. Like,
smart.
that is really just challenging. That would be a great question for a trainer because I've
Yeah.
never lived with one.
Well, there's a reason why they didn't stay popular, you know? And I think people have these ideas. They're going to get this dog, just like I was talking about with the Akita. I'm going to have this dog. It's going to do these things for me and it's going to be a certain way. And then this dog shows up and has, you know, different proclivities,
Yeah,
you
even
know?
if you get them as a puppy.
Yeah.
I mean, and think that you're going to train them into certain things. I mean, these COVID puppies are different. These puppies born during COVID
Yes.
are different,
COVID
is
puppies are different.
is a testimony to what happens in utero has an impact.
Mhm.
So however stressed mama is impacting her litter.
And I think a lot of these COVID puppies just didn't get the socialization. We were all wearing masks.
Yeah.
Walks weren't happening as much. We weren't in community in the same way. So they didn't get the socialization
Yeah.
they needed. And then they were always with their people. And then their
Always.
people went back to work. And so it's just, yeah, the COVID puppies, that's a rough generation.
Yeah. Sage is a COVID puppy and she's
Yeah.
different.
Those formative years,
she's a
yes,
little
or
neurotic.
months, I should say.
She's great with us, but outside of that, it's a lot for her. Like the
Absolutely.
ultimate introvert. So, which I don't think she was really designed to be introverted. I don't know.
Okay,
We can talk. There are so many. You know what I saw the other day that I haven't seen in forever was a Shar-Pei, full-bred Shar-Pei.
Oh, I remember the first time I cut into Shar-Pei skin.
Oh gosh.
It was my first year out of vet school, and I got a Shar-Pei to neuter. And the moment my scalpel hit that skin, I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
It is completely different than any other dog skin. And it's like kind of gelatinous. And I remember what it felt like to sew this dog up. And it was just such a learning experience. But I like them.
Do
I
you?
like Shar-Peis.
I just break out in terrible, terrible hives.
Yeah. Yeah, they do
and I
make
think
you itch.
a lot of people do.
Yes.
So
Those little
there's
needle
something
hair.
about their hair that just is prickly and irritating.
Well, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
What breed do you wish our clients would stop getting?
Oh.
I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay, hold on. Let me think. Do you already have an answer?
I have an answer that's going to feel super political, so you do whatever you want.
Gosh, I just want to go with. I'm struggling with this. I'm like going through all of the ones. I'm gonna have to go with German Shepherd just because it's my own thing. Like
You're
I'm
like,
okay.
I never.
Yeah, I'm like
What?
I'm okay if I never see another.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sad because a lot of people have them,
Yes.
and that's all about me.
I know. We're going to get some hate comments for that.
Okay, yours? Or are you not going to say it because it's political?
Okay. I thought of a better answer. My first answer was going to be, I wish that young families would stop going to the shelter and getting a puppy that's got herding breed in it and then being
Oh.
surprised when they don't know how to take care of this puppy.
I'm sorry,
But
but
I think-
I'm going to politically say that's partially the fault of the facilities.
100%. 100%. We just see it so often. But I'm going to give a more specific answer. I think it would be okay to stop breeding bulldogs, French
Aw.
bulldogs, and pugs.
Oh, you even threw
And-
the pugs in there, all the flat-faced.
All the flat faces, they suffer so much. There's so much suffering and not being able to breathe. And right now, the French Bulldog is the number one breed in the United States. And I want you to note that I love your French Bulldog. For those of you listening,
Them.
love
One.
them. Yes. And from an animal rights perspective, it would be okay if we stopped breeding them. But it doesn't mean I don't like your dog. And I'm saying this as a pug lover.
Yeah.
It's
Your
okay if
answer
they
was
were-
so much better than mine.
Oh my God.
My answer is so self-centered.
You're like, I never want to see another German Shepherd.
Yeah. That was a fun conversation. We could probably
That
talk
was
about that
fun.
forever.
Well, wherever you're watching, we would love to hear from you. Whether you loved our views or hated them, please leave us a comment, leave us a review. Any feedback is feedback. We appreciate it. And we will see you next time. Bye.